You're listening to Gratitude Space Radio. Discover more at gratitudespace.com.
Today we're diving into a story with a title that sounds like, well, a complete contradiction. The Happiest Total Loss. How on earth can a total loss be a source of happiness? The story and the powerful lesson behind it come to us from a blog written by Chris Palmore, and it all centers on a pretty wild experience from the entrepreneur Mo Gawdat.
So Mo Gawdat tells this story about one of the absolute happiest moments of his entire life. And it started with this.
Was the day he lost something he loved. Okay, so how does that work? How can losing something you genuinely care about lead to happiness? Well, that's exactly what we're going to break down.
So let's get right into it.
Part 1. The Happiest Total Loss. The story of a wrecked Saab.
So the thing Mo loved, it was a car. And not just any car. It was a classic Saab 900 Turbo. You know, that beautiful British racing green with a beige soft top. He absolutely loved this car. One day, his wife Nibel took it for a drive, and the result? A head-on collision with a truck. The car was totally destroyed. I mean, a complete write-off. But, and this is the whole point of the story, Nibel walked away without a single scratch. She was completely, totally okay.
And Mo's reaction was the last thing you'd expect. He said he was genuinely happy. Why? Because the thing he valued most was spared. The car's safety engineering had worked perfectly. It had sacrificed itself to protect his wife.
So this brings us to the central question, right? Why? Why was his immediate reaction happiness instead of, devastation over his beloved car? And the answer lies right here, in our next section, the deciding factor. It's not the event, it's the lens. The big idea here is that the event itself isn't actually what determines how we feel. This slide just lays it out so perfectly. Check this out. On the left, we have the same outcome. A wrecked car, and Nibel is safe. But look at the emotional experience. In scenario A, the head-on collision she walked away from, the feeling is relief, just pure relief. Now imagine scenario B. What if the car was just smashed to pieces while it was parked? Same material result, right? But the feeling would be total devastation. It's the same outcome, but a completely different emotional ride. And that just brilliantly illustrates this core idea, what we're calling the lens of meaning. The event is not the deciding factor. The lens through which you view it is. It's all about perspective. Think of it like this. From one angle, yeah, it's a loss. And if that's the story you tell yourself, you feel punished by the universe. But from another angle, it's a relief. And in that story, you feel protected. Same facts, totally different meaning.
This shift in perspective is so powerful because it unlocks something deeper. That brings us to our next section, a gateway to gratitude, the chain reaction of perspective. It's all about the amazing emotional chain reaction that one simple shift can kick off.
And this is a really important point. Perspective doesn't deny pain. It refuses to let pain be the whole picture. This isn't about toxic positivity or pretending bad things didn't happen. It's about broadening your view to see what went right alongside what went wrong. And that shift starts this incredible chain reaction. You can see the steps here. Step 1, you shift perspective. You start to see what was saved, not just what was lost. Step 2 leads you to find appreciation, to really notice what went right. From there, in step 3, that feeling can deepen to gratitude. And where does that gratitude ultimately lead? Step 4, you arrive at love. And what kind of love is that? The source material says it so beautifully. It's love for the people who are still here. Love for the fact that you got another day. Love for the unseen protection. It's this deep, powerful love that's born from realizing what you almost lost, but didn't. So what does this all mean for us, for you? It means you have an unbelievably powerful tool at your disposal. And that brings us to our final section, your most powerful tool, changing your experience. We so often get trapped asking what this slide calls the wrong question. Can I change the event? And let's be honest, the answer is almost always no. We can't. The real question, the one that gives us our power back, is this one. Can I change the way I'm looking at it? And that's exactly why perspective is a tool. It's not just a nice idea. As it says right here, it is a lever. It is the way back to appreciating your life. It is an active instrument, something you can pick up and use to fundamentally change your experience of reality. And so that's the thought I really want to leave you with. The next time you're faced with a challenge, a loss, something that feels just awful, ask yourself this one simple but life-changing question on the screen. Can I change the way I am looking at it?
because the answer just might change everything.
This is Gratitude Space Radio. Thanks for being here.
Share the love, listen on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
And explore more at gratitudespace.com.